Hi, I'm Tim Alden with Alden School of Leather Trades. Last week's video we showed you how to carve stickers, and in this week's video we're going to show you how to do the acanthus leaf. We've got a tap off here, and so let's get started. Start with the backbones to keep from getting confused of what line should go where. So we're going to start in deep and then just taper off real nice and easy. And we'll cut our fronts. And they pretty much are the same all the way, start to finish, same depth. We'll come in with our S curve. Really want to keep your blade square on that one. You roll in and taper off. This one is pretty much about like our sticker. Just want to roll around there. Okay, now that we've got that done, we're going to bevel these. Once again, we're going to start with our number 2 checkered beveler from Barry King. And we're going to start with our backbones, and we're going to bevel these from the heavy end working to the left. Start out here. And lighten up as we taper off the same as our swivel knife cut. We're beveling these no differently than we did on our stickers. Heavy at the front, taper off. Come back and do the front of our acanthus leaves. And then you can do the back side that's more like a sticker. I want that to curl around and just kind of start in light and then roll around heavy like you would on a sticker. And then on this S curve, sometimes I'll go down to the number 1 or even the aught Barry King beveler. With the number 1, you might have to tip it off and kind of use the corner. And then once you kind of get that beveled in, you can lay it down flatter and roll it around there. But you might need to tip it just in the beginning so you don't mash anything. So now that we're done with our beveling, we can move on to shading. Once again, we're going to use the number 1 smooth Barry King thumbprint. We've roughed it up a little bit with sandpaper, and like the sticker video, we can go ahead and draw on a line that we want to shade with our thumbprint. And so we're pretty much going to do the same idea. We're going to draw on, we're going to have it roll around that front, and then we're going to have it roll around here and then taper back. So it's creating a mirror image of the acanthus leaf, and then the same as our sticker, we're just going to have it roll down and taper off. So draw another one on for you here. It's not a bad idea to draw these on in the beginning when you're practicing. So we'll go ahead and shade these. I'm going to tip the tool back and rotate it around that corner. Lighten up as you're coming down, and then sometimes I'll use the pointier side so it gets a narrower track on the S curve. And I'm just going to roll it around. Might come down, bring that one a little bit further. So it's basically just a mirror image of what you already see there. And then this one is almost identical to the sticker and how we do it. We're just going to roll around there, taper that off as we come back. And just because you've made a track doesn't mean that you can't come back and widen this out. You can see on this one, there's a bulge right there that isn't very even on the border. So I'll just come back, I'll roll around to that side and soften that line a little bit, and you can see how it cleans that up. So you can make more than one pass. You can use the #1 thumbprint to create much wider lines than the tool actually is. You want to keep a high spot right in between where those two shading marks come together, and it'll stand out why soon. Now that we have all these shaded, we're going to take our lined veiner and we're just going to create a little bit of depth right here, kind of where I told you that high spot is, and we're just going to tip it off one corner and knock it back, and you can see how it creates that depth. I actually go a little bit past where I've beveled, and you want it curling around to where it's rolling in parallel to your backbone. So that just creates a lot of depth to that. And then we're going to come with our mule's foot, and I always have the pointed side facing me. It's the easiest way I can get them to line up with one another. If I try to go away from myself, I have a hard time keeping them square in a row. So I'll line that up forward, and I'll go just in front of that veiner. I'm just going to tap this one light, and then the next one even lighter. And it just kind of creates a bulge around that kind of gives it some shading. If you overdo this, it doesn't really look as nice if you send it home too far. Now that we have that, we're ready for our swivel knife cut. Once again, I'm going to show you first by drawing this on. We're going to cut a mirror image, basically what's there. So there'll be a little S hook right here, and then just a mirror image cut right there. Might trail it down a little bit, and then a front cut and a backbone cut, the same as our stickers in last week's video. So once again, just like on our sticker cut, you want your swivel knife to be almost square to the leather. And so if we've shaded this, typically we have our swivel knife straight up and down because we don't want to undercut it. But since we're cutting on a slope, we're going to tip it off to this side as we roll around for that S hook. Otherwise you'd cut down and it would want to lay open. And then we're going to tip it back the other way, starting in deep and then tapering off on that side. And a lot of times I'll actually throw in an extra little cut right there, and then maybe just taper off with some there. And then once again, we're going to tip it off to the side for that front cut so it's square to the leather, and then tip it off the other side and make these cuts just light enough that you can see them. Of course, if you're working on a saddle, you're going to want to cut and tool things heavier than if you're doing a notebook, because a saddle might wear off the tooling if you carved it too light. But you got to think about what you're working on and what its purpose in life is going to be. And there you have them. Well, thanks for stopping by. Hope you like these videos. Once again, there will be a pattern on our website where you can download and create your own tap-off. There's a video for creating a tap-off somewhere on our page here. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these videos if you like what we do. Also, check out our Instagram, Facebook, and we'll catch you next time.